This spoonful took almost a year to make and started life as tall green grass in a field. Sugarcane like this can grow taller than a person and takes nearly a full year to fully mature.
Inside this stalk sits a sweet, fibrous juice, the raw material for almost all the sugar you eat.
Growers judge ripeness mostly by color and feel, years of practice condensed into a single glance. Each stalk gets cut close to the ground because that's where the sweetest juice actually collects. Cut cane starts losing sweetness within a single day, so the trip to the mill happens fast. Every truck here carries the same short deadline. The fresher the cane, the better the sugar. These rollers squeeze out nearly all the juice inside, leaving behind a dry, fibrous stalk called bagasse.
This juice is only about 15% sugar. Everything after this is about removing the rest.
A touch of lime pulls the dirt and plant matter out, clumping it together so it can be skimmed away.
What's left behind here still has its own uses, often ending up as fertilizer back on the very same fields.
Several connected chambers boil off most of the water, each one a little hotter than the one before.
By now, it's a thick golden syrup, not a juice, concentrated enough that crystals are finally ready to form.
Boiling under low pressure lets sugar crystallize gently, without the heat that would scorch it at normal pressure.
Each crystal grows around an almost invisible seed, added earlier to give the sugar something to form on.
Spinning this fast separates crystal from liquid in seconds, leaving behind raw sugar and dark, thick molasses.
This raw sugar still isn't the white sugar you know. It still carries a thin coating of molasses.
Nothing here goes to waste. Not even this molasses gets sold on its own, for baking and beyond. Most raw sugar still needs one more stop, a refinery built just to make it pure white. Refining strips away that last thin layer of molasses, until almost nothing but pure sugar remains. A light spray of water washes off most of the color, without dissolving the crystals themselves.
They dissolve it back down on purpose, one more time, starting the purification process over from a cleaner point.
Passing through this column pulls out almost all the color, and what comes out the other side is nearly clear.
By this stage, the syrup looks almost like water, just sweeter, and finally ready to crystallize as white sugar.
This time, there's no color left to boil away, just water, until crystals start to form again.
This is the moment it finally becomes the sugar you know, pure white, for the very first time in the whole process.
Warm air tumbles out every last trace of moisture, so the crystals stay loose instead of clumping together. Not every recipe wants the same size crystal, so this step sorts them before anything gets packaged.
Every batch gets checked before it's allowed to ship. Purity here isn't a suggestion, it's a strict number.
Each bag fills in under 2 seconds, sealed tight before it ever leaves this room. From one field of cane, thousands of these bags, each one carrying a little piece of that whole year. And just like that, it's headed toward a kitchen, somewhere neither the farmer nor the refinery will ever see.
This is the same field from the beginning of the story, now home for the family who helped harvest it. They buy their own sugar from the very same market as everyone else, with no special access at all. He grew the cane, but never sees where it ends up. Tonight, all he knows is that the tea tastes good.
Somewhere on a shelf like this, the journey basically ends, at least until someone decides to bake with it.
Nobody baking this cake is thinking about a cane field, but that field is exactly why the cake works at all.
1 year of growing, cutting, and refining. all for a few quiet seconds, like this one.
Every bag of sugar starts exactly like this, in a field most of us will never actually see. So before you go, how long did you think it actually takes to make this?